Hey, how you doing? David Taub here, co-creator of NextLevelGuitar.com. Hope all is going well, and I hope your guitar and musical journeys are going famously. Today we are going to talk about this. This is the new Duel Pugilist distortion pedal made by Fender, and it has some really interesting features and some really interesting routing options. So we're going to go over the pedal in full, and then I'm going to demo the sounds and the different modes. You're probably familiar with the Pugilist distortion pedal made by Fender. What this is they actually take two of them, and it's the exact same circuitry, gain circuitry as the original, but this has some advanced and some very unique routing options. So it's basically like two Pugilist pedals in one pedal. There's three modes, so basically you could, the two pedals, you could layer them, or you could run them, you could stack them one on top of the other for added gain, or you could even blend them together. Set one of them up and set the other one up differently, and then blend them via this blend knob. And the first thing is when I got this pedal, and by the way, I want to thank Sweetwater for sending us this pedal and giving us the opportunity to demo and review it. It's built really well. It's hardcore, and you want your pedals to be very rugged, right? Because they take a beating. This has a really nice solid aluminum chassis. The switches all seem really heavy duty, and it has a really interesting feature as far as lighting. So check this out. If I just power the pedal up, right, and then watch this, bam, look at that. Each of the individual knobs has an LED with a little blue light, which is kind of cool, on a dark stage. So you have two of the same pedals here, basically. You have an A and a B, and you have a separate, for each one, you have a gain control, a tone control, and a level control for A, and the same thing for B. You have this blend knob, which I'll show you how that works in a minute. And then you have this micro switch here, which controls the three modes, which are mute, series, and bypass. All the way up mute, basically you have channel A on, and then you click channel B, and it kind of just layers B on top of A, kind of like a boost. And then in the middle, which is your series, that's where it's stackable. So if you hit one, hit the second one, it stacks one on top of the other for lots of gain. And then all the way down is your bypass, and that one is where the two of them now are kind of in parallel. So you can adjust the settings on one, have totally different settings on the other, and then blend via this knob, blend A into B, which is really neat. And then you have a global EQ, which is your highs and lows you can adjust. And by the way, the pedal's true bypass, all analog. And then you have a bypass function where you could totally take the pedal out of the loop. And then basically your connections, you have your in and out on the top here. And then you also have your power connector for the adapter. There's no battery power for this. It's got to plug there in. And then there's your on-off switch, like I showed you before, to turn off the LEDs. You might not like it. If you find it distracting, you could turn them off. And if you got a second, please subscribe to the channel. Subscribing to the channel really helps us to keep bringing the content, right? And then you'll be notified when we have new lessons up. And also leave a comment below. Let us know how you like this demo review. Let us know what gear you'd like to see reviewed in the future, or what lessons you'd like to see. And if you like the video, please click the like button. Give it a thumbs up, share it, and thank you so much for your support. You have a lot of options with this pedal. For instance, one way you could set this up is you could have your clean channel, run it through the clean channel of your amp, and then you could have channel B set up as like a light distortion, light overdrive, maybe for a rhythm tone, and then you could have channel A set up as your lead tone or as a heavier distorted rhythm tone. So bang, 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 you can have like a 3-channel amp kind of with one pedal. So that's one way you could set it up. So let's get into some of the sounds. I'm playing a 1996 Gibson Les Paul Standard Limited Edition guitar. I'm running right out of the guitar, right into the input of the pedal, and the input, and then the output of the pedal is going right into the front of the amp. All right, and I'm using an all tubes, 6L6 tubes, Paul Reed Smith MT15 amp, and that's it. I don't have any other pedals, no reverb, nothing, because I really want you to just to hear the pure sound of the pedal. So here's just the guitar clean, no pedal. So let's try one side of the pedal. We're just going to run through B. The gain's only about a quarter, so the gain is down. The level's up. That's how you kind of kick the front of the amp, right? Getting the level up about 3/4. And here's the sound. So you can still hear all the notes. right? Here's some double stops. And a couple lead licks just with this light overdrive. Let's take the gain up a little bit. So now same channel, the rest of the settings the same, just going up a little bit past halfway, and you have something like this. Now we'll take the gain up almost all the way. Let's just dime it out and you get this. That was just some different tones using various levels of gain just in the first mode, in the mute mode, where you're just using one of the channels, right? Now I'm going to switch it into the series mode where it's stacking the pedals on top of each other. And I have the gain about 50% of the way. Increase the gain a little bit on both channels. Stacking the pedals really brings out all the gain. Now I have the micro switch all the way down into bypass mode, and basically it sets the two pedals in parallel. So now we can have two different settings and blend them via the blend knob. So on A, I have a heavy distortion about 3/4 of the way up, and on B, I have only about 1/4 up. And I have the blend in the middle. So now let's blend this more toward the lighter distortion. So now we're blending it more toward B. So it's going to cut the gain back, but still have a good amount of bite. Let's blend it the other way. Now we're more toward the heavier distortion. Hear this pedal with a different guitar. Here's a little lead tone, and I just added a delay pedal in the effects loop just for a few repeats. And that's it. And I have the pedal on the blend mode bypass, and one channel 3/4 distortion, the other one just past half. And just to give you an idea of some sounds there. Pedal. It has a lot of different options, a lot of different routing options on it, and if you want to have two pedals in one where you could do a lot of different things, this might be the pedal for you. So check it out. I'll put a link below to where you could read more about this pedal, and you can even order it on the Sweetwater site. I'll put a link there in the YouTube description box on that. And also I'll put a link to some more effect pedals that you might want to check out on the Sweetwater site. Keep up all that hard work on those guitars. Keep having fun with them. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for your support over the years. So appreciate it, right? Remember, your guitar playing is an evolution. So enjoy the journey. Take care, rock on, and I will see you in the next lesson.